When I was 9 years old, I was raped by one of my father's employees, which caused a lot of confusion in my mind. I would ask myself, why do men want to have sex with me? And when he told me he would kill me if I said anything, fear set in my mind. And so I really believed I couldn't tell anybody. And this went on for a period of 2 years. And then shortly after that, my parents had gone through a divorce. And then I eventually would move to Portland, Maine, I think the age of 17. But as a couple of years went by, I was in Daring Oaks Park, and I had met some men there, and they invited me to do some drinking with them. And I did, and they invited me back to their apartment, and I was raped by all 4 of them, repeatedly, one after the other. And I had met a couple transsexuals in this gay bar, and they would just say things like, "You're so pretty, you know, you're too pretty to be a boy, you should start female hormones." And of course I would chew on those things that they spoke to me. And when I was real young, even under 9 years old, I forgot to mention that my mother used to speak over me. She'd always say, "Jeffrey, you should have been born a girl instead of a boy." And when somebody says that to you, you know, you should have been born a girl and not a boy. I mean, you just live with rejection, you know what I mean? So when I'd be off playing, I always hear a voice saying, "Well, even your mother thinks you should have been born a girl." And the turmoil and torment in my mind got so bad that I just accepted it. I was so sick and tired of the turmoil in my mind, of hearing those voices, those lies in my mind. "You're a girl. You should have been born a girl." I was so sick of it that I actually just came into agreement with it. I said, "You're right, I am." So I got into booze, and I was introduced to prostitution and some drugs, cocaine, and started female hormones at the same time, all around the age of 18 and 19 years old. And it got so bad that I actually had a nervous breakdown in a nightclub one night and just started smashing my fist on a car. So I would eventually move to Boston. I'm now living as transgender 24 hours a day. I think I'm about 20 years old. I needed a job. I met another transgender in a nightclub in Boston. And the individual said to me, "Well, I work at a strip joint down in the combat zone. I can get you a job." Well, anyways, I got that job, and I did that job for almost 20 years. I said, "Where did I get to this point in my life?" I said, "I hate my life. My life is nothing but doing drugs, prostitution. I don't like myself. How did I get to this point? How did I end up with breast implants?" I looked down at myself. I said, "How did I end up with all this stuff? Why do I have all this confusion in my mind?" And I was just wanting someone to love me.